Hey guys, what is up? It is Chris, and we are actually here with a new type of video. I'm actually on a single player world right now, and I'll explain here in a second why. Um, as most of you know, I do have a, if you do watch some of my other videos, I do have a Kohi series and a faction series. So basically, in Kohi and factions and like PvP and all that good stuff, there's usually some people that like to trap, and I'm particularly not one of those people, but some of the designs I've seen are not really that good, and I'm not a fan of trapping at all. Like, I usually never do it unless I'm absolutely like outnumbered, unfair fight, or something like that. Then I'll usually use it. Um, but there's just some traps I've seen where people can actually get out and kill you. Um, that's happened to me more than once, and mostly because I usually don't have the resources to make my traps as good as this. But I've basically figured out a way where I can make this so these traps are kind of resource friendly, just so any noob faction that wanted like say a set of diamond armor could pretty much easily get it. So I'm gonna quickly go in game mode here. Wrong one. So this is the regular Koei setup, maybe some enchanted armor, whatever map it is. So basically, you've all seen this kind of trap, a little fall trap where it's kind of hidden. So I'm basically gonna pretend like I'm a player here and I was chasing someone. It could be a fall trap all the way down, but in this case I just made it right here just so we could kind of get rolling with a few things. And for one instance, the person could be dead. Now this trap is so much in favor of the guy that's actually running away. Now I've purposely made it so you can't jump over. Like as you can see, I do have speed 2 right here, and I can't jump over. Oh wow. Okay, well I kind of just ruined my whole point. But anyway, say you just made it large enough. I thought it was. Oh, you know what? I added this thing. That was a mistake. So basically, you'd be jumping from right here. I'm not very good at hiding it, as I don't really trap too much. But basically, yeah, you're not gonna make that. Now, the reason this trap is in someone's favor, I'm assuming most people would create something like this in their own territory. I'm not really sure why they wouldn't, but I've seen a few people that don't. But basically, there's two water sources in the corners here. Most likely, you've have someone chasing you and you jump, they're going to jump in the same direction as you. And now this is where this trap comes in. You don't need two, but I just put two there as a representation of say you have like you and a friend were running. If it's only you, you're going solo or something like that, you'll really only need one. Basically how it works is you run in the trap, you don't jump over, you land in this pressure plate, the water will turn off, as you just saw right there. So basically say you were jumping from a super high point, like say from like what Y is this? Y65 all the way down to Y0 or whatever it is. Y like 3. You would jump in like that and not take any damage whatsoever. And since it's a stone pressure plate, no one can go into your territory. Whereas the person behind you, so once you activate it, you basically I could still set it off because it's a single player, but the person behind you would not be able to set this off and would most likely die if they jumped in the same spot as you. That's just honestly that's the first straight bonus there. You don't take any damage. If someone's at like 1 heart in here, it's probably an easy takeout. They can't pearl out either. I didn't put pearls in my inventory, but they can't pearl out obviously. Now I have 4 safe rooms. These obviously this room would most likely be stone if it's a fall trap or dirt, gravel, kind of the mixture of underground stuff. So basically, there's 4 safe rooms. Like I said, I didn't put the door on this one for whatever reason. I'll just do that real quick. So regular safe room, door, redstone, and the stone pressure plate. That's usually what a safe room would look like. Now the reason I have these 2 dirt. Oh wait, and I'm already spoiling what I was gonna do. So I have stone pressure plates and wooden pressure plates. Now the reason for this being is I'm sure most people know that in another person's territory you can drop down an item and it will just close the door on them. So like as you can see here, this trap basically prevents people from doing that and hiding. Say you wanted to kill them, but it's getting a little hard. I have two pistons here that basically are kind of a fake trap. So if someone were to come in here like this, they just, you know, I'd be in game mode 0, and I'd start taking damage. Now, since this is obviously this would be my claim, I could just do that, or I could just take out the dirt, and they wouldn't still be able to hit me. But since this isn't their claim, they would just die right there. They wouldn't be able to do anything. It looks real if you just made it out of like dirt or stone. You kind of blend it into the background. Obviously, quartz is not the best choice for me, but I just wanted to make it look a little bit nicer. Then there'd be just, you know, a regular safe room. This doesn't really do anything, but they can't activate it even if they threw a block on it, because the block isn't have enough, I guess it's like weight, something to do with the weight of the block or something. I'm not really sure how that works on factions or just in Minecraft in general, but that's how it works. Stone pressure plates won't do that. I have the same thing on this side. So basically, you know, someone would walk in like this, they just start getting suffocated. But if that was you, you could just break out the dirt block. That's why I would recommend dirt. And this trap is super, super efficient. There is, if you really wanted to, if you didn't want to fight someone right here, you could just throw some string right about there, maybe some cobwebs, trapdoors, bow the person, however you would normally kill them. But a logical person that sees a wooden pressure plate like that will, like, I'm gonna try it and say it's 3 out of 4 times we'll throw a block on there just to stay safe, so they can log out and whatnot, so they could stay safe. Whatever they have to do to live. I mean, it is factions. People will do kind of crazy things. This trap I've never seen. I've never seen this before. I did it once on last map, but I never really got to use it because it was kind of towards the end. And a lot of the people around me kind of saw us building it, so we didn't get to use it too much. So I don't really have any clips of this trap working, but I can assure you this trap is super efficient if you built it in a good location, hide it up a little bit. The string is kind of optional. If they're going to be at Y like 5, they're not going to be able to pearl out from where they are. I just put this in here just as just because this trap happens to be this tall. Obviously, someone could pearl out of here, but this trap is super super efficient for getting kills. It tricks people to basically kill themselves. If someone sees you jump down and they see the water, they're most likely going to go towards that water and follow you in, but they probably don't see, depending on their pack, or maybe they just can't see because it's a little bit too dark, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You land on this, they are not going to be following you down with a good landing. They're going to take so much damage, and there's probably a good chance that you could just crit them out where they are, uh, being at the low health, if they did survive. So that's basically this trap. I think I'd probably, if I saw this on Kohi Factions, I'd probably give it at least an 8 out of 10. I've seen some pretty intense traps, but I haven't seen anything like this. So I'm probably just going to rate this one at 8 out of 10. It's really good, pretty easy to build. Not too much redstone, just something to go to the dispenser right here, and then something for the pistons. Not too hard to build, very resource friendly. You don't need as many pistons as there are in this design. However many safe rooms you want is optional. You know, it depends where you are. That's kind of how it works. This base, not base, I should say. This trap, I'd probably give this trap a good, probably the same thing, 8 out of 10, just because I have seen it at least twice. I personally, I don't fall for them too much, but just because I kind of know better, I don't really, when I go on Kohi, I don't really stand in people's territories unless I see like grass where it won't be completely extended out with like a, you know, 2x2 piston extender. Now, for those of you who do know redstone, you could obviously make this 10 times bigger. But what I noticed a lot is that people tend to walk up to other people's doors. Now, if you had this out wide in the open, this is just kind of someone's base. You gotta imagine. Basically, I've seen so many people just walk up to the doors. And now my doors wouldn't be open, obviously. I like to play it safe a little bit. But you could see people through the windows, you know, kind of a regular base. Basically, you step on this block, the doors will go, and the player will go along with it. It's not a big fall, but you could, again, make it however big of a fall you wanted to. Now, if I were to say I was at this door and I happened to fall, I would just, like, basically, yeah, there's not much I can do here. I could throw some pots down, but you're not getting out of here. I can say that for certain. But yeah, this is basically the trap. They can't pearl out of here. even if I wanted to. Even if you wanted to, you could put string. Again, that's totally optional. Basically, what this is there's hoppers on the floor. There's redstone repeaters that power these sticky pistons, and then when you stand on a pressure plate, which I just lost, pressure plate, these two pistons will extend, or one of these two, whichever one fires first, happens to be this one. You don't actually need all these pistons. You could probably get away with just doing something like this. I just happen to have all the pistons. You could honestly you only need to do something like this. I'm trying to think about it here. I haven't done these in a while, but basically you could take out half of these. I just put all of them in, just it looked a little bit better, but basically each of these pistons would just push you into one block, so then you'd have another one here, and then you could take out. This is a little hard to do in creative because I keep getting pushed everywhere. And you just do this, and even like this, half of the resource is gone. The person's still not getting out. It is a for sure trap right there. They're not. I could just guarantee that there's no way someone's gonna get you like that. All you gotta make sure is that you have the blocks in the right place. You cover up. You know, just don't take safeness for granted. I've seen some people get out of stuff like this just out of sometimes luck, sometimes something just happens with the server. You never really know, but anyway, what would happen was the person would be in here and the pistons would all fire. I'm just gonna put the blocks in to show you what would happen if I was actually a player. I'll even take some pearls just to show you there's not really a good way out. Everything's set up. We're gonna get up here real quick. So the trap was just fired. Then we'd look something like this. Game mode 0. You'd have, full pot set up. You'd be having a speed and everything. Walk up to someone's door. Trap goes off. You're not even going to be able to pearl out of here. Obviously, this is single player, so I could spam pearls. On most, I don't know if this is for all of them, but on most, you can't spam pearls whatsoever. But, I mean, I could try to pearl, but the top pistons do close. They're only open for a short amount of time. And I could see someone doing something like this, well, if you only have the 4 amount of pistons, but if you have all 5 and they all fire at the same time, because right now, basically what happens is when I stand on one piston, the other pistons will push you into the next block, and then so on until you're in the very middle, and then you look something like this. Then you're just waiting for your death. You're not going to even be able to have a fighting chance. You're not going to be able to swing at anyone. Most people are going to be down where the resources are, and which that brings me, for this trap's case, all the resources will be going down here, where the person is safe. A block down from someone else. You can't hit through hoppers. I know that. You can't hit through blocks. Or at least like this, you won't be able to kill someone. You can just stand right here, have your resources, and then basically when someone has had enough of the jumping around and realize that they are not moving anywhere out of this, they're going to be suffocating. Don't matter how many pots they use. Pearls, I think you could honestly get all of them. I don't think someone's going to try to pearl through this. There's no way out. It's completely sealed everywhere. I've only seen people get out of this trap due to maybe someone didn't put a block in the right way, or something of that sort has happened. But other than that, this is a super efficient trap. I rate probably both these traps a good 8 out of 10, maybe even more depending on your opinion. But yeah, other than that, these two traps are really good next to a base. I don't know why these spewed out, probably because of the pistons or whatever, but if you have all the blocks covered up, most of them are going to be heading in here. Just a few potions gone, not too much. So, yeah. If you guys did think these traps were pretty good, and you would probably build them on a Kohi series, let me know. If these traps are just not really Kohi friendly, which in my personal opinion, think they are. All pretty easy resources to gather. So, yeah, if you guys think this is a good trap, please let me know by leaving a like and a comment. And if you have any questions on how to build these kind of traps, or just have any kind of concern or whatever you have concern with, yeah, let me know in the comment section, and I'll make sure to reply to you. But yeah, other than that, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Chris, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.